How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, creator and founder of the Hardgainer Academy, and I'm excited for this video. You can probably tell right now, we're going to be talking about the standing military press, and is it effective for hardgainers? But before we get started, I'm going to tell you a little true story right now. So as I said, I started my journey at about 130 pounds. When I first went into the gym, I wanted to have wide, broad, cannonball shoulders, a big chest, and some nice abs and some nice arms to go along with it. But you know what? I had to do extensive research and look at the exercises that'll give me the most bang for my buck. And the first one that I saw for my shoulders that I could do was a standing military press. I really needed to solve this pain that I had. I'm gonna tell you what's going on. So before I got started, my shoulders were narrow. They were small. Like, again, it was so bad to the point where if I was wearing a t-shirt and the collar got big on me, it looked like one of those lady shirts. Like, you know those ones that kind of like, they leave this one side of the shoulder exposed? Shirts used to fit me like that. Like, it was really bad. Or if I was wearing a Marina and I washed it a few times and then the thread started getting a little bit loose, especially after playing some basketball, whew, it would just be sliding off my shoulder. And again, I was not happy about that. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? I'm trying to get wide here. Like, why are my shoulders this bad? What can I do? So when I started doing the standing military press, the gains came. So one thing that I've noticed, as far as overall shoulder development, my shoulders got bigger. Yes, my anterior deltoids, my lateral medial deltoids, and my posterior, the rear delts exploded. Along with this, I got more gains as far as in my upper chest as well. The upper chest actually got bigger, and I noticed that my back, especially my back, got a lot stronger because my back played a huge role in making sure that you have to keep the weight stable. And I never realized that before, but I realized it now, and I got gains because of it. So now, what can we talk about? Tips and hacks to make sure that you can do this exercise safely and effectively and put on muscle. All right, so the first tip that I want to say is this exercise is a full body exercise, right? You're going to be using your lower body all the way up to your top body. The upper body. So now, the first thing I want you to do is you're gonna grab a barbell. Yes, they do have the dumbbell variation, but the only thing is you can't use as much weight as you could use on the barbell variation. So this is why I rather opt for a barbell. And now you wanna have it set up in a squat rack. I don't want you picking up the weight off the floor like it's some sort of a push press. We're trying to make some serious gains on these delts. So when you do this, you want to put the bar, take it off a squat rack or anything where it has grooves where you can rest the weight on. So as soon as when you take it off, I want you to have your arms shoulder width apart. So it should be looking like this. I will be attaching a video showing you a demonstration of me doing them. So as you bring the weight up, it is very important. I want you to bring the bar all the way down so it's just right underneath your chin and close to your clavicle. This is important. And then I want you to bring the weight all the way back up, arms fully extended, and I want to make sure you do not flare your elbows. Keep your elbows inwards into a straight path. We don't want those elbows flaring out to the sides because that's when we put stress on the rotator cuff. So as you make sure that that bar is under your chin or comes down to that level, the second thing I want you to look out for is making sure that your body stays tight. Don't want you bending the lower back. It's very easy for people to start using the lower back in this exercise, but we don't want to do this. And I'm going to actually bring back a cue that I should have said in the beginning. One thing you want to do that really helps is keep your chest up. Keep your chest up and retract that scapula. Squeeze those shoulder blades. This will make sure that we can get that back engaged and help us keep that weight stable. Your back plays a huge stabilizer muscle when we're doing this exercise. And the good thing about it is you have the opportunity to get the core involved. So I want you to keep your core tight. Squeeze those abs. You can actually get a really good core workout by doing the standing military press. So get to standing and stop sitting. So as you're bringing that weight down, doing all those cues that I tell you, you'll notice that it's a lot easier to bring the weight up and it's less stressful on them joints. We want to save those joints. Another thing that I want to say before I end this video, your wrists. I want you to have an overhand grip and try your best to keep those wrists straight. Yes, there are going to be those moments when you're going a bit heavier or when you're getting later on in the set that, you know what, your wrist may bend a little or whichever the case may be. So whether you want to use wrist wraps, that is completely cool as well, but try your best. Please try your best to keep those wrists straight. Don't want them bending. Once they start bending, unnecessary stress on the joints, and you'll notice you won't have as much pressing power. And I've noticed this firsthand. I know we spoke about like a while back in one of my earlier videos. I had to stop doing them because, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I started slacking on my mobility and flexibility training. So I had to take a break from the overhead press. I couldn't overhead press at all. Once I went back to my mobility training and really started honing in, I was like, hey, I can go back to the military press now. And from then on, I put the dumbbells down. I still do the dumbbells when I'm doing a high rep for my shoulders, whether I'm gonna go for 12 or maybe 10 reps, then I'll use dumbbells. For the military press, I tend to work around with a rep range of 6 to 8. We're trying to build overall strength. So this is why I go in this rep range. You know what, I'm actually gonna just do a recap. So why you should be doing this: bigger shoulders. You want bolder shoulders? Get to doing it. Number 2, why you should be doing this: this will help put meat on the top of your chest. Yes, it has been proven. Studies have shown by doing the standing military press, you can put some meat on the upper part of your chest. You can pack on some size as well because your chest gets involved. Crazy, isn't it? So get to doing it. And then the third thing is, since it's a full body exercise, again, you know what we love around here? It's a compound. Multiple muscles are involved. So what does that mean? More overall muscle growth. That's what it's all about. And then this is the last thing I want to say. When you reach the top of this exercise, please lock out. By locking out, you're getting your triceps more involved. Again, no half repping. No half repping, no half stepping. Yeah, that was kind of corny, but you know how we do. Heart gainers. Salute. Peace out.